Behind every pair of eyes is a soul. Regardless of the features of these majestic creatures, regardless of the lies they teach us, that animals can't comprehend the concept of pain, that murder is humane, and they can't feel the bolt to the brain that kills their soul and leaves the body defenseless with no autonomy. Those bellowing cries that fill the sky are evaporated remnants of the lies of what resides behind every pair of eyes. I looked into those eyes and glared back at my reflection. I felt the urgency for protection, the urgency to advocate for those we senselessly eradicate, castrate, forcibly impregnate, mock and ridicule, forced to live miserable in conditions unlivable. You say you love animals? Then acknowledge their misery instead of trying to justify your consistent inconsistencies. I was born from pain too, so it was easy to see the pain behind their eyes exists within me. Black bodies treated expendable, despised in the eyes of the law, resentful, despite all of our cultural contributions as plentiful. My soul bears scars I adorn like decorations. A black rose grows from the soil of degradation, the birth of a nation, cultivated by African enslavement, beaten, castrated, forcibly impregnated. These eyes bear the souls of those humiliated. Behind every pair of eyes is a story. Some go untold and robbed of their opportunity to grow old, living long enough to watch the drama unfold. Love doesn't live in concrete entrapment stationed miles away from the comfort of peace and happiness, for chaos curated in chaos and trapped in it. Green pastures doesn't wait for those souls born with a definitive death date. For your taste, they disintegrate, courtesy of forks, knives, and dinner plates. Have you ever looked into an animal's eyes and felt a sense of familiarity? Or giving yourself time to sit with that moment of clarity? It saddens me. While you happily eat meals casually at the cost of many casualties, take into consideration the life you've taken and the soul forsaken was worth saving. Baby chicks cultivated into systems of oppression which leaves their lives devalued and lessened, always treated less than. But our differences are our uniquenesses. And once you get past the cosmetic features, you will see that there's not much difference between us. Love, joy, pain, hurt, they all feel the same as us, but what are their lives worth? How do you put a price tag on life? Do you ignore their plight and say, pass the knife? Look into their eyes. Can your soul absorb their dejection? Or do you close your eyes and forego that intimate connection? Can you not see your soul in their eyes' reflection? I know it's a lot of questions, but I have to ask, because if you don't see your reflection looking back, it's possible a soul is what you lack. Put yourselves in the animal's position. You beg for a compassionate pair of ears to listen non-dismissive and attentively without judgment considerably. Now open your eyes and just think for a second. Who are we to deny them rights and protection? Who are we to determine who lives and who dies and invalidate their cries and validate their lives to validate your lies? Because when we say none are free until all are free, I'm looking beyond the limitations of persons that look like me. But if you don't acknowledge these intersections of suffering, we do the animals a further injustice. Their pain is my pain, and I share their despair and a heart broken beyond repair of mere thoughts and prayers, because I see humans, but no humanity. No compassion, just casualties. Our planet, theirs too. That's the mantra. We share the same land, air, and water, but we subject them to a short life of pain and slaughter. The next time you look an animal in the eyes, I hope you see your reflection. Step out of the realm of where your ego dwells and make the connection. And I hope you are able to see yourself in their image respectfully. A pig, a cow, a chicken, a goat. Set them free. They are all the same, for they exist within me. They exist in all of you, and they are all we.